Hey everybody, welcome back to part 8, I think it's part 8. We're really coming along in this program. Yeah, so if you missed the last video, we wrote this, check winner function. Oh, don't mind that. Actually, I think I gotta get rid of this too. I was messing around with this, making sure everything was working fine. So yeah, we wrote this like check winner function. It's a little janky. It doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't look that cool. So when we run it, it looks something like, we get this, and then, oh, wait. Do I not call it check winner? Yeah, I should be calling it. What am I doing? What am I pressing? And, okay, yeah, so we wrote this check winner, but now, we can't really see the total distance traveled. We could like print it out, so we could do something like, I'm not gonna do it for all of them, but we could like print, it's like lonely boy distance. So we could do something like that. And I'm not gonna do it for both of them, but you've seen in like the previous videos, we get their total distance, but we don't really, the user's not going to see that. So we're going to try to write something that displays the total distance traveled to the screen. Actually, I think I did part of this in the last video. Sorry, I was like messing around with something before, and I might have just deleted it. Let's see. This. So I wrote this right here. Hold on. Yeah, this looks fine. So we're gonna take our captain and we're gonna go to the top left of the screen. Boom, boom, top left, corner. We'll go ahead and write 0. We'll do the same thing for, the other one. And we'll get something that kind of looks like this. I have to exit out. So we get something like this, but we wanna be able to we want to be able to update this. So I think I left like some old code in. I left this in here. So we want to be able to update our score at the top left corner of our our screen. We want this number to update to correspond to whatever total distance traveled. So we're going to do that today. All right. So first things first, we're going to have to cover or talk about a new function in TurtleGrafx, and that's going to be the undo feature or undo function. So what undo does is it just undoes the previous thing that the turtle did. So if we were to like do undo like right here, it would just undo this right. So we're going to utilize that to write to our screen. But first we're going to put this in a function because why not? And we'll call it, display distances. That seems good. Display distances. And don't know if we need parameters yet, but we'll see. Display distances. We'll go ahead and write that, paste in this code on. Yes, we'll pass in this. Actually, we shouldn't call it display distances because this function isn't going to be in charge of, no, it will. Okay. So we'll call it display distances, and we're going to pass in captain, and lonely. I guess we should put it inside of. We should put it inside of here. So maybe at the top, that'll be like the first thing we do. So display distances, we'll pass in captain, we'll pass in lonely boy's distance, and lonely boy girlfriend's distance. There we go. That looks good. So now if we run this, let's just make sure, things are working fine. What are we getting? We're getting an error. We didn't pass in parameters. Captain, we'll call it lonely boy distance and lonely boy girlfriend distance. Go ahead and like name your variable something different, or you know, keep them the same. And yeah, so we kind of just have this blank display. We don't really have a number, and that's because we don't want this text to be continuously updated every time. We just want the number, right? We just want our distance to be updated. So, and you know what? I'll show you what I mean. So like, for example, if I did captain.undo right here, right? So I'm undoing this last part. You know, let me do like a sleep too, just so you can see it. So if you've never used time.sleep, you can import time. It's another library in Python. Let me minimize this. This is annoying. And what you could do is you can use this sleep function, pass in the number of seconds you want to sleep, and it'll pause your program by that number of seconds. And you'll see it like, you know, it undoes it and then rewrites it, undoes it and rewrites it. And we don't really want that for this text. So we're not going to do it right here. We're not going to update, you know, the actual distance in this function. We're going to call another function inside of here. So we'll call it update distances. Update distances, and we're going to pass in LBD and LBGD. You know, our lonely boy distance and lonely boy girlfriend's distance. And we'll write that right here, def update distances, and we'll call it dist1 and dist2, just so it's, you know, easier to read. I don't know why I made it difficult right here, but it's okay. So now what we're going to do, oh, we also have to pass in captain because we're going to be using our captain turtle. So now what we're going to be doing is we need to move from, so I should really have like a display of the game so you guys can see it. So we need to move our, you know, our pen, our captain right here, right? So we need to find this location, and then the same thing for girlfriend. I don't know why this distance isn't there, but I think I deleted something. Oh, I have this undo. So we need to put it right here to update the lonely boy's distance, and then down here to update lonely boy's girlfriend's distance. And I deleted that. Okay. So now recomment that. So now we're going to do is we are going to say this. So the pen is already up. So we can say captain.goto. And we don't want to go to negative. We don't want to go to negative 450 because that's the beginning. That's like going to be like right here. What we want to do is like find this location right here. So let's just, you know, input random values until we get something that works. So we'll do, also, wait, let me make sure I wrote this height turtle. We're gonna need it right now. So let's try negative 200 and positive 380. So we want it to be positive 380 in the Y, because 380 in the Y direction is where this line is written. And we wanna make sure that our distance is just as high as that line, right? So, but we just don't want it as far left. So let's just run it like this, and let's see where our turtle is. Okay, so that looks like a good, you know, it's just repeating a million times, but that looks like a decent location, right? It's just off of it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to say captain.write, and we're going to write dist1, and we're going to get an error, but I just want to show you what happens when we write this. So let me clear this. So if I just run it like this, we're going to get we're not getting an error. Okay, did I convert it already? We should have gotten an error. Oh, that's because I was adding it last time. Never mind, ignore what I said. So yeah, we're going to write dist1, and we're going to go ahead and give it, you know, the same font. So we'll say Arial 12 and bold. And let's see what this looks like. Oh, missing a parenthesis. What am I missing? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Okay, so we have it right here. It's also a little bit too far to the right, so maybe I'll bring it a little closer. So instead of negative 210, maybe, or instead of negative 200, maybe like negative 210. right? Let's see what it looks like. Let's do 205 or 200. And you know, you see it kind of looks really janky. It's just writing over itself. Oh, did I changed it back? Negative 220, I meant. It's just rewriting over itself, you know, multiple times. Oh, that's good. Okay, so now what we want to do is we'll do the same thing for Lonely Boy's girlfriend's distance. So we'll say captain go to not negative 220, but maybe negative 200, and not 380, but 350, because that's where this line is written at. So we'll say 350, and we'll see where that puts us. Kind of close, so let's do like 185. Let's try 185, see if this is a good spot. Okay, solid. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to undo the number before we update it again. So to do that, we're going to do this. We're going to write a loop. So for I in range 4, we're just going to say captain dot undo, because we want to undo 1, 2, 3. Actually, you know what? I really don't want to undo this one, but it looks like we kind of have to. Yeah, okay, so we're going to undo this line, undo that one, and then undo that one. And that's it. And then before we do all of this, though, we are going to hide our turtle. So what I mean by, let's just write it and see what we have. Okay, so we have, it's kind of updating, right? But we can't really see it. It's going so quick, but it's kind of working, right? So what we could do just to visualize this a little better is we can add a sleep. So we can add a sleep, we'll add 1 second, and we'll run this again, and it's gonna slow the program down. So it updates, 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 wow, they're all getting 100. What? No way. Okay, I'm doing the wrong distance. I'm definitely doing the wrong one. Where is that? Update distances. This one, this 2. Yep, I was using the wrong one. Don't copy and paste. Lesson of the day. Okay, but like you see, you can kind of see how it's updating our total distance traveled now for each one, right? But this turtle's a little annoying. And so is this kind of blinking, and we'll fix that in another video. But for now, let's just get rid of this turtle. So to do that, we'll just use the hide turtle function. So we can just say captain.hide turtle, just like that. And now when we run this, our turtle is gone, which is, you know, it's cool. It's pretty nice. And that's it. That's how we add our score, or add our, you know, if you were building a different game, you wanted to add a score to the top, that's how you can add it to the top. But yeah, that's it for today. Just to recap, undo just undoes the very last thing that your turtle did, but we want to undo the last 4 things in this case, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's why we use the for loop to do that. And yeah, we wrote this function, we called update distances within this function, went to this one, wrote our updated score, and that's kind of it. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video where we continue building this program and making it somewhat more interesting. Peace.